Have you ever woken up at 3 a.m.? Not because of an alarm, but because anxiety pulled you out of sleep. You lie there in the dark, staring at the ceiling, running the numbers in your head again and again. Rent, car payment, credit card minimums, groceries. And no matter how many times you add them up, the answer is always the same. There's not enough. You work hard. You've always worked hard. Maybe you've got 2 jobs. Maybe you're driving for Uber after your 9 to 5. Maybe you've stopped buying coffee out, stopped going to movies, stopped seeing friends because you can't afford to. And still, at the end of the month, your bank account looks like a desert. You see other people around you. They buy houses. They take vacations. They don't seem any smarter or more talented than you. And you wonder, late at night, in that quiet, painful place, what do they know that I don't? What's wrong with me? Here's what I want you to hear today. Nothing is wrong with you. But something is wrong with what you've been taught about money. This is the true story of a woman named Mia, a single mother in Houston, Texas, who had given up hope until one conversation changed the way her brain worked, and then her entire life changed. Stay with me, because this isn't just her story. It could be yours. Mia Cortez was 32 years old. She lived in a small 2-bedroom apartment on the edge of Houston with her 7-year-old son, Elijah. She worked as a waitress at a diner called Rosie's, the kind of place with sticky menus and coffee that's been sitting too long. Her shift started at 6 a.m. and ended at 3 p.m. Then she cleaned houses for 2 more hours. Then she picked up Elijah from after-school care. Then she made dinner, helped with homework, and collapsed into bed. Her hands were cracked from dish soap. Her back ached constantly. Her shoes had holes in the soles. At the end of every month, after rent, utilities, Elijah's asthma medication, and groceries, Mia had maybe $40 left. $40 for gas, emergencies, or, if she was lucky, a small treat for her son. She hadn't bought new clothes for herself in 2 years. One night, Elijah asked her for a new backpack. His old one had a broken zipper, and the kids at school had started laughing at him. "Soon, mijo," she said, using the Spanish nickname she'd called him since he was a baby. Soon. But inside, she knew the truth. She couldn't afford a $20 backpack. That night, after Elijah fell asleep, Mia sat at her kitchen table and stared at the wall. A single tear rolled down her cheek, then another. "I work 7 days a week," she whispered. "I never stop moving. Why can't I get ahead?" She thought about her neighbor across the hall, a man named Mr. Henderson. He was retired. He didn't seem to work at all, but he never worried about money. He had a new car. He traveled sometimes. Maya had always assumed he inherited money or won the lottery. But one afternoon, she saw him carrying groceries and offered to help. He invited her in for lemonade, and that's when she asked the question that changed everything. "Mr. Henderson, how do you do it? You don't work, but you're never stressed about money. What's your secret?" He smiled. Not a smug smile, but a kind one. "Mia, I wasn't always like this. 10 years ago, I was exactly as you are now. Broke, tired, angry at the world. Until I learned one thing that changed my brain forever." "What?" she asked. "That the difference between broke and wealthy isn't luck or hard work. It's what you tell yourself every single day." Mr. Henderson sat down with Mia at its small kitchen table. Outside, the Houston heat shimmered off the pavement. Inside, The ceiling fan spun slowly. "Let me tell you something they don't teach in school," he said. "Your brain has a filter. Scientists call it the reticular activating system. It shows you what you tell it to look for." He took a napkin and drew a circle. "Right now, your brain is programmed for survival. You wake up thinking, 'How will I get through today?' And your brain shows you exactly that. Just getting through. It hides opportunities because you've never told it to look for them." Mia frowned. "So you're saying I'm doing this to myself?" "No," he said gently. "I'm saying your training did this to you. Your parents, your teachers, the news, your broke friends. They all taught you a script, and you've been following it your whole life. But you can rewrite the script." He leaned forward. "Here's the system that saved me. It's 3 steps. Do them every day, and your brain will rewire itself. I promise you. Step 1. Write down an exact number. How much do you want to earn every month? Not more, a specific dollar amount. Step 2. Every morning and every night, close your eyes and repeat, 'I am so happy and grateful that I am now earning that amount.' Say it 10 times. Picture the money in your account. Feel the relief. See your son's face when you buy him that backpack." Step 3. After your morning visualization, ask, "What's one thing I can do today to move closer to that number?" Then do it, no matter how small. Mia wanted to laugh. It sounded crazy. But she looked at Mr. Henderson's calm, peaceful face. He wasn't crazy. He was free. That night, she wrote down a number. $5,000 a month. It was 3 times what she made now. It felt impossible. But she wrote it anyway. The first week, Mia felt ridiculous. She sat on the edge of her bed at 5 a.m., Elijah still asleep, and whispered to herself, "I am so happy and grateful that I am now earning $5,000 a month." Her inner voice screamed, "You're a waitress! You clean toilets! Who do you think you are?" But she kept going. Every morning, every night, and every day she asked herself, "What can I do today?" For the first week, nothing happened. On day 8, the question produced a tiny idea. What if she offered to cater small office lunches at the diner? The diner didn't do delivery, but she could. She had a car. She mentioned it to her boss. Her boss shrugged. "If you want to do it on your own time, fine. Keep the profit." That week, Mia printed simple flyers at the library, free, and dropped them at 3 small offices near the diner. One office ordered lunch, then another. Within 2 weeks, she was delivering 10 lunches a day. The profit wasn't huge, but it was extra. More than she'd ever made from a side thing. Her brain started showing her more ideas. She noticed that the office workers always asked for healthy options. She learned to make simple salads and wraps. She started charging a little more. By the end of the first month, her lunch delivery was bringing in an extra $400 a month. It wasn't $5,000, but it was something, and something was more than nothing. Mia kept doing the morning and night exercises. She started to notice something strange. She felt calmer. The constant panic about money began to fade, not because she had more money, but because her brain had stopped screaming danger all the time. One night, after putting Elijah to bed, she sat down and asked herself, "What else can I do?" And then came the big idea. What if she opened her own small food business? Not a restaurant, too expensive, but a lunch delivery service just for offices. She could cook at home. She had her car. She could scale up. The old Mia would have laughed at that idea. You own a business. You don't have money. You don't have a degree. You're nobody. But the new Mia, the one who had been reprogramming her brain for 60 days, heard that voice and said, "That's the Scarcity station. Change the channel." She wrote down a plan. She needed a commercial kitchen. She found a church kitchen she could rent for cheap. She needed a license. She found a small business development center that helped her for free. She needed customers. She already had a few from the diner deliveries. 3 months later, Mia quit her waitressing job. Her lunch delivery business had grown to 30 offices a day. She hired 2 part-time helpers, other single mothers from her apartment complex. Her income that month, $4,200. Not $5,000 yet, but close. 1 year after that first conversation with Mr. Henderson, Mia sat at her own kitchen table, not the diner's, not a customer's, and paid her bills. She paid rent. She paid for Elijah's asthma medication without stress. She put money into savings for the first time in her life. And then she went to Target and bought Elijah the backpack he'd wanted. Not a cheap one, but the one with the dinosaur on it. The one that cost $40. When she gave it to him, his eyes went wide. "Mom, really? Really, mijo?" He hugged her so hard she almost cried. That night, she knocked on Mr. Henderson's door. She handed him a plate of homemade tamales. "I remember what you told me," she said. "Rewire the brain, change the station." He smiled. "You did the work, Mia." "Not me." "I still do the exercises," she said. "Every morning, every night. I still say the number, but now it's higher." "Good," he said. "Never stop training your brain, because the moment you stop, the old station tries to come back." Mia is not a millionaire. Not yet. But she no longer wakes up at 3 a.m. with her chest tight. She no longer believes that money is only for lucky people. She learned what James, the carpenter, learned. What Mr. Henderson learned. What you can learn today. Here's the truth. Your brain believes what you tell it. If you tell it, "I'll never get ahead," it'll show you evidence of that every single day. If you tell it, "I am capable of earning more," it will start showing you opportunities you've been blind to. Mia was a waitress with no degree, no savings, and no connections. She had a 7-year-old son and a broken-down car, and she changed her life by changing her thoughts, not with magic, but with daily, disciplined mental training. So here is your challenge. Start tonight. Step 1. Write down the exact amount you want to earn each month. Be specific. Step 2. Every morning and every night, close your eyes and say, "I am so happy and grateful that I am now earning your number." Say it 10 times. See it. Feel it. Step 3. Ask yourself every day, "What's one action I can take today to move closer?" Then take it. Mia took one small step, printing flyers at the library. That led to lunch deliveries. That led to a business. You don't need to see the whole staircase. You just need to take the first step. If this story hit home, hit the like button. Share it with someone who's struggling. Drop a comment. What number are you programming into your brain starting tonight? And subscribe for more stories that will rewire the way you think. Your brain believes what you tell it. So start telling it something better. Stay patient. Stay grateful. Keep building.